Narito ang official and updated projected complete lineup ng Tnt Tropang 5G para sa PBA 50th season. Point guards: Simon and Ciso, 5'11", 185 pounds, 34 years old, 7.5 points, 1.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.6 steals, 36% 3-point shooter, 64% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Brian Heruela, 5'10", 195 pounds, 36 years old, 1.3 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.7 steals, 18% 3-point shooter, 50% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Almond Vosotros, incoming free agent, 5'10", 165 pounds, 35 years old, 6.1 points, 0.7 rebounds, 0.4 assists, 45% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Jason Brickman, PBA 50th draft target, 6 feet, 165 pounds, 33 years old, 17.9 points, 6.3 rebounds, 12.7 assists, 2 steals, 45% 3-point shooter, 86% free throw shooter in his 2023-2024 Taiwan TPBL season averages. Shooting guards: Kim Orin, 6'1", 190 pounds, 28 years old, 4.3 points, 1.8 rebounds, 1 assist, 25% 3-point shooter, 71% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Jordan Heading, rising star, 6'2", 189 pounds, 29 years old, 13.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 0.8 steals, 35% 3-point shooter, 85% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. RR Pogoy, team captain, star player, 6'2", 180 pounds, 33 years old, 16.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 34% 3-point shooter, 72% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Reynam Batak, injured list, but may come back this PBA 50th season, 5'11", 180 pounds, 31 years old, 12.2 points, 3.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1 steal, 22% 3-point shooter, 80% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Ping Eximiniano, reserve list, 6 feet, 185 pounds, 36 years old, 0.9 points, 0.4 assists, 0.3 steals, 20% 3-point shooter, 3.9 minutes per game in his PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Small forwards: Mike Nieto, 6'2", 200 pounds, 28 years old, 2.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, 0.1 steal, 14% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Paul Varilla, 6'3", 185 pounds, 32 years old, 0.5 points, 2 rebounds, 0.4 assists, 50% 3-point shooter, 9.6 minutes per game in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. Calvin Oftana, star player, 6'5", 186 pounds, 29 years old, 17.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.9 steals, 40% 3-point shooter, 81% free throw shooter in his PBA 49 Philippine Cup averages. CJ Payawal, sophomore, 6'5", 176 pounds, 28 years old, 3.5 points, 1.3 rebounds, 0.3 assist, 42% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Power forwards: Glenn Cobontin, 6'4", 192 pounds, 34 years old, 7.1 points, 4.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 32% 3-point shooter, 65% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Kelly Williams, veteran star, 6'6", 215 pounds, 43 years old, 8.8 points, 6.3 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 0.6 steals, 36% 3-point shooter, 73% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Henry Galinato, 6'6", 245 pounds, 28 years old, 3.1 points, 2.5 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 60 field goal percentage, 44% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Centers: Barkley Bonya, 6'6", 194 pounds, 28 years old, 1.1 points, 1.6 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 33 field goal percentage, 40% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Brandon Ganuelas Rosser, rising star, 6'6", 220 pounds, 31 years old, 10.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, 1.1 assist, 1.9 blocks, 36% 3-point shooter, 59% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Christian Stanhardinger, trade target this PBA 50th season, 6'8", 220 pounds, 36 years old, 15.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, 3 assists, 52 field goal percentage, 50% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Governor's Cup averages. Ito ang official and updated projected complete lineup ng Tnt Tropang 5G para sa PBA 50th season. Sa tingin niyo mga kabubbles, kaya makipagsabayan ng TNT ngayong PBA 50th season kahit madami silang injured players? I-comment nyo na po yan sa baba.